there are still gaps within the art world that I've yet to conquer, and hopefully with a bit of time I'll be able to do that. I'm an ex-police officer and now an abstract artist. I was a police officer for 30 years in the Cheshire area, and after reading an article in 2003 in a newspaper that said that anybody could paint, I've taken it to another level now, and I've become a professional artist. And it got my mind thinking, and I had some acrylic paints I'd had for several years in a box, and then the problem was how to get them onto a canvas. I developed a technique whereby I use a kitchen sponge to complete the initial background or field on the canvas, and then because I couldn't get the paint out of the tube, I developed a technique of putting small amounts, as you can see with my finger with the paint on it, onto the forefinger and flicking it across the canvas, gradually building up layers and interest in the painting. Gradually built up a following through family, friends, social media, and had collectors all over the country wanting to come and look at my work. And it is all parts of the country and even now abroad where people are excited to see what it is I do. People often ask me if there are similarities between policing and the art I produce. I would probably just add on to that, I've been a runner all my life, and the three are probably the big connections in the art I do. And everything I do is about colour, balance, movement. Where the police comes in is that if I got an incident over the radio to attend, your mind starts thinking about what you're going to do. Most of the time it might be 10, 15, 20 minutes, half an hour out of my working day, but you would come to a conclusion. It's similar in the respect that when I get an empty canvas, a blank canvas at the start, as soon as I open the first tin of paint, it's like receiving the incident. I've then got to deal with it, which is the additional layers of paint as they go on, and hopefully at the end of it I will come to a conclusion that's satisfied me. And that's very much what like policing was with if it was a dispute between a couple, maybe you would try and make sure that both parties are happy with what you've done before you then move on to the next incident. And the running comes in because of the balance and the movement, in that when I dip my finger into the paint pot and flick it, each individual flick has a purpose and a meaning. It's like each individual step, and when I flick the paint, I'm taking into account the weather conditions if I'm painting outside, so I can get the nice curves on each individual line as it falls upon the canvas. And you need that hand-eye coordination to be able to do that. There are still gaps within the art world that I've yet to conquer, and hopefully with a bit of time I'll be able to do that.